Hello friends, myself Sriram Korde. Now we need to understand how typically nesting of structures work. So we will try to understand it. So nested structures is what basically we'll try to understand. Okay. So now here you can see I have basically declared a structure which is called a struct account. And here the properties of the structure are int account number, then the name and the balance. Why? These are the three important basically the uh, properties, because if you have any bank account, then typically you should have a unique account number, then obviously you have to have your own name and the amount or the balance that you essentially will have in the account. So these are the three properties of the account. Now you basically will have a lot of other details, like you can have your address, then your mobile number, that means your contact number, then there will be a social security number or some unique number with respect to your country and things like that. So all those basically comes under details. So now here you can see what I have done is, this is our basically the main structure, or the so-called bank account structure. Though I just mentioned account, essentially it's a bank account. And then the detail. So what I have done is here basically another structure declaration I have done, that is struct account DTL. So DTL is for short form for, say I just used it, it's like bank account details. Okay, so I just have used small or a sort of an abbreviation for detail. Okay, so struct account detail. Now in this you can see I have created an array which is basically which can have address, then mobile number and the social security number. Now we need to nest it. Why? Because now this account is our base or the important structure basically which represents our bank account. However, this structure needs to be nested. Why? Because this is like an additional information which typically bank will have with respect to that particular account. And obviously there can be other details also, like it can be parent's name if the account is of minor, then if there is a fixed deposit, then if there is a loan, and there can be so many things, but I'm just trying to explain you the concept with respect to the nesting. So that means now I need to nest this account detail under account. Why? Because this account detail structure as such doesn't have any independent existence. Why? Because address, mobile number and say unique number doesn't have any much meaning unless you tell with what reference you are trying to basically get that information. It could be for any purpose. So here we are interested in the account. Okay, so for that now I need to nest it. So the way in which I will do it here, I will basically have this struct account detail. So you can see this, uh, I'm just typing it here, DTL. Okay, so I have basically given this struct account detail, and then I will have its own variable or the instance of that will be created. So here you can see struct account DTL AD. Okay, so the way in which we typically will initialize our own structure, the way in which we have done up to now in main. So before we use this, we need to get it nested under account. So if I just try to run this, then it will tell, okay, obviously there are no errors, and that is what I wanted to mention to you. Like that means the nesting is correct. If I would have typed this below, then obviously account doesn't know that. So what basically I'm trying to say is, the thing which basically is dependent on the account, that should come first, and then obviously you will have your own bank account structure. Okay, so now having said this, now obviously we need to uh, uh, create the variable, that means the variable of type struct account, and then we need to initialize it as part of that. So I just have kept it ready, because if I just keep on typing, it takes good amount of time. Okay, so I'll just paste it what I have created it here, and let me just put it here. So you can see here I have created a struct account a variable, and then using the curly bracket I have initialized it. Now the way in which it is initialized is, you can see this struct account basically has, this is the account number, then this is, so if I just create here say another variable struct account and say z, okay, and I want to initialize it, then I can always do the initialization here. Okay, and then I can keep on giving whatever the name, whatever the number I want here, I can give that. Okay, so when I'm giving all this, the important point here to know is we basically are giving the parameters which are here. You can see this because struct account, and in that there is a DTL. So the first 1 2 3 4 essentially is an account number, then the name of the person, that is say for example John, then the balance is say 5,000 Indian rupees in the account, and then say that's it. Okay, so these are the three which essentially are a part of account. Now comes this, which is account detail. So obviously you need to provide. So let's say I just give it a short form, say it's a Bangalore account, Bangalore, and then this is the mobile number of the person John, and then say it is his unique ID or social ID. Okay, so I can just initialize it like this. Okay. Another way that I could basically do it is I can have a say struct account, and now I suppose if I want to create another account say B, and I don't want to initialize it, I want to take the input from user. So how should it be done? So obviously that also we will learn. So now first thing is what we will do is since I have created A, I will basically show you how do we print this information. That means how do you access this? Okay. So again, it's a pretty lengthy thing. I have to keep on typing. So just I'll show you few things, and then so let me just copy the simple things so that there is not a big issue here. So this is the, so here this is the way I'm going to print account number, the name of the person and balance. So we know this. However, now how do I do the printing of the nested structure details? Okay, so for that now obviously I require percentages. So here I will use percentages. Why? Because there is address, then there is a mobile number. So for that I will use percentage D. Then there is again percentage D. I'll give backslash n because I may print something else later. This is for the unique ID. So these three are there. Now I'll put this, and then you can see this how I am accessing it. Okay. So here I will now do a dot, and now you will see here AD comes. So we are interested in that. Okay, because it's a variable of type account detail. So we need to access account detail through AD. Okay, so a dot AD dot, and now I will obviously have ADR, that means edit address, then a dot AD dot say mobile number, and then a dot AD dot UID, which is a unique ID. Okay, so let's run this code and see whether it works perfectly or not. Yes, so it is working correctly. I have given 1 2 3 4, then the name of the person John, then 5,000 Indian rupees, then the address is say Bangalore. I could have put it city, but it's okay. Address Bangalore. I'm just putting city name, then mobile number, and then the unique ID, which is 9001. Okay, so that's the way typically we will use nested structure, and many times this is useful in real cases or in real examples, or when we write a bigger software. Then this type of approach is done. Is it only limited to C? No. This is essentially the way in which you can also have your object oriented design, say with respect to whichever the language you typically will use as part of object orientation. But however, this concept does hold there because we are trying to have the nesting of the information. Now let's say that I want to use this B. I don't want to give it, I don't want to initialize the way in which I have done it here, and I want to do a scanf. So again, I will basically provide it. So I will just keep pasted the ready-made things because otherwise I just keep on typing for that. So here I asked user to enter account number, ACCNT account number, little bit of shortcut. Then that means account name, account number, then name of the person and balance. And then I have basically kept it ready scanf. So here percentage D, then S, F, and then obviously B dot account ampersand B dot. Then obviously here this is a name is a array. So you obviously you will just use B dot name of 0 or ampersand B dot name of 0 or B dot name, that's good enough, and then B dot balance. So this is the first one. The second one will be again here we will ask user to enter details. Okay, so now here when I ask user to enter detail, Now I will just show it to you. So I will do scanf, and then basically you need to provide all the details. So for that I will require here address, mobile number and UID. Okay, so here I will do percentage S, then percentage D and percentage D. Okay, and now the way in which I'm going to basically get this one will be B dot, and you can see this I'm doing AD, and then obviously ADDR, then B dot AD dot mobile number. Now obviously here we have to put ampersand. Okay, and then ampersand B dot AD dot UID. Okay, so that's the way user can enter this, and then obviously we can print it. So let me just copy the things which I have done ready made, because it's the same thing which we have just done. Instead of A, now here we have to use B. Okay, so that's the only difference. So let me now just run this. Yeah, so it has first printed John and all that. Now we need to enter account number, name and balance, say for another person. So I will just say account number is say 5678. Say the name of the person is Kathy. Then balance is, let's say, 8500.0 Indian rupees. And then the address. So address is, let's say, Mumbai. Then mobile number is, let's say, 876531. I'm just putting some numbers. Okay, ideally it should be 10 digits, but I'm just putting. And then you will say the unique number. So let's say 909100. Okay, so let's see. So you can see this now. So this is what the second entry has come, that is 5678. That is the account number, then name of the person Kathy 8500, then Mumbai mobile number and the unique ID. So that's the way typically you work with nested structures. So the use of this can be, now you can have for car, like you can have the basic structure for car, and then there will be lot of properties which are supporting properties for car. Okay, so like that you can have. Then similarly you can do it for employees, because employees also same thing, basic information and then lot of details. So I mean to say, whatever the practical applications you can think of, you will always have this type of scenario where you have the basic information and then lot of other details or additional things which one requires, so that everything is complete. I hope you like this video, which essentially teaches us about how do you nest structures. Thank you.